Good morning, Patriots. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. So, will preppers get swatted? So, if you've been following the news for the last few days, you know that some Democrat operative libtard made a phone call about some heinous crime occurring in a bathtub, somebody being shot 5 times at MTG's house at 1 a.m. in the morning. Now, for those of you living under a rock, aka probably a libtard, a general description of swatting is when a evil, deranged scumbag picks up the phone and calls the police, telling them that there is a crime of some kind taking place at an address and they need to get there immediately. The objective of that phone call is the SWAT team swarms in and the unsuspecting resident, hearing and seeing commotion in the middle of the night, grabs their God-given Second Amendment right and steps in front of a window, opens the front door, comes out onto the porch, or is just standing in their home as the door's kicked down and the law enforcement people see someone standing there with their Second Amendment right and they shoot them. Just about every case I've ever heard of swatting, the person who was shot and killed by police was completely innocent. They were set up by someone who had an axe to grind. And I have yet to hear about a libtard socialist scumbag being swatted. I only hear about people who seem to be on our side of the aisle. Now, the swatting that I'm talking about for preppers isn't necessarily what just happened to MTG, although that could happen before a total collapse, because with the coming collapse there will be no communication, no rule of law, no one to call to get someone swatted. So the swatting I'm talking about for preppers will be potentially a group of corrupt 3-letter agency people storming people's homes who they know are preppers, like myself and every other channel you listen to, and including yourselves, because make no mistake, all the social media sites are monitored heavily. Nothing that we do is secret, okay? They know we're preppers. They know where we live. It's the way it is. I accepted that a long time ago so that it did not interfere with my prepping. Meaning, oh my God, I'm not going to get any more stuff because somebody's just going to come and take it. Well, there's no guarantee that's going to happen. So I keep prepping like never before. And you just need to take preventive measures that will help preserve all that hard work, time, energy, and money that you've put into getting prepped. So with that being said, I call it swatting because I believe that the current Democrat regime will at some point begin a systematic search of preppers for a couple reasons. One, they know that we are staunch defenders of the Second Amendment and they need to take that away. And they know we have ample, or should anyway, supplies of all kinds, including food. Okay? This is not the same as a group of marauding scumbags going door to door in a small town or a city, looting, rioting, assaulting, summer love type stuff, stealing food because they were too lazy to do their own prepping. Okay? Swatting right now, by definition, involves some type of organized governmental agency. So, I have already taken measures to protect as best I can many of my preps. I hope that most of you, all of you, are doing the same. There are many reasons why we do not keep all our eggs in one basket. Remember my fire a few months ago? Yeah, that was just a tool shed. I did lose some valuable tools and stuff that I had acquired for prepping. I have since replaced those. But fortunately, I didn't have any food, medicine, Second Amendment stuff, all that in that shed. But had that been a house and all your preps were in the same room, yeah, now you're starting over. So, do what needs to be done to protect your preps. I know a couple people that have some at friends or relatives' houses that those people aren't necessarily preppers. Huge mistake. Red flags, blinking lights, slap you side the head. What makes you think that this person who's probably laughed at you in the past for being a prepper and is not preparing at all is not going to refuse to give you back your preps, or they're already gone when you decide you need them? You need to put them where you can get to them on foot as well. If there was an EMP or the intentional fuel shortages that are coming and eventually roadblocks, even if you could drive, you may not be able to get to them. And you don't want them that far away. So, while it's a kind of a little catch-22, you need all your preps where you can get to them walking. But that doesn't mean in 5 minutes, okay? If you had to walk a few miles to get to them, that's good, okay? Most of the people that will be swatting preppers looking for that stuff, They're not going to do miles and miles of searches. They're not known for their ambition. That's not what they're going to do, my opinion. Not a miles and miles wide net trying to find everywhere that you may have a little stash. So, what do you think? Prepper's going to get swatted? I think so. Take appropriate action. It's all going to go down pretty soon. I think we all agree on that. Like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. But for now, JT, signing off.